Hey guys, this is Dahlia1784 of YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, and DeviantArt, here to give you my personal thoughts on what I think of the whole Ghostbusters crisis going on. The media has taken this out of hand, social justice warriors have definitely taken it out of hand, and as a woman who actually has seen the trailer, has actually acknowledged all the production changes, including the history behind the remake, including all of the lost potentials of Ghostbusters 3. From the bottom of my heart, this movie should have not been made. This is not anything remotely sexist. I did not intend on any of it to be sexist. This is just me saying this not because, this is right in my childhood, or this is stupid. My personal thought was, if they wanted to do a Ghostbusters movie, a new one at the best, they should have done it when Harold Ramis was still alive. They had all these years, this whole opportunity, and I felt that the idea died the day Harold Ramis died. But if Sony really wanted to do a Ghostbusters remake, or at least a new Ghostbusters film, they should have gone pretty much, I would say, with a loose adaptation of Ghostbusters Extreme. Because okay, for those of you who don't remember what it was a series that ran in 1997 and was a direct sequel, or at least a loose follow-up to the real Ghostbusters that aired in the late 80s and early 90s. My personal thoughts would have been that they should have just made like a loose adaptation of that show. Like have at least like an opening scene with Egon's funeral, the old Ghostbusters at least training newer students, at least like co-eds, and passing the torch down to them, saying, this was our legacy, and now you guys get to carry on what we did. Something on the fence in that. This is pretty much kind of a hard topic to talk about too, especially because I know I'm gonna have comments flooding saying things like, you should have thought of this when the whole crisis began, or you're gonna be supporting you're supporting James Rolfe, the man-child who says he doesn't want to see it, and that's not the case. I'm not seeing it because it should have never been made to begin with. I don't hate the cast. I don't hate the people that are working on this film. I simply just do not support the idea of this reboot. And I'm sorry to all the feminists out there that are going to say, this young lady has betrayed us, she is not a real feminist, she's not a real supporter. You guys need to grow up. You all are adults. This is something that should not be taken out of hand. This is a movie. Movies are meant to be an escape from reality, not something to be trampled on by a bunch of social justice warriors or protesters. For me, all of this is just like, what if they remade, I don't know, Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Like, not having any of the original cast, not having any of the original crew, or something like that, and all they did was just use very little elements from that and just kept the title for namesake and for marquee value. This is pretty much for me what the 1998 Godzilla was. It was just a shameless movie that just kept the name for marquee value. It could have been remade as any other monster movie. All I saw it was just the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. And with this reboot has gotten out of hand. The criticism has gotten out of hand. The social justice warrior attitudes toward this film have gotten out of hand. This whole thing has become one giant mess to where it just seems like it's millions of just children fighting on the playgrounds, like, oh, who was the best Ghostbuster, or who was the best Ninja Turtle. In fact, I actually saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. The only complaints I had were that the Michael Bay tropes need to end. That was it. And I saw the second trailer for Ghostbusters. Nobody in the theater chuckled. None of the parents, none of the kids. Nobody chuckled in the theater, and especially this also happened too when opening weekend when I saw the remake of The Jungle Book, and the trailer showed up during the IMAX screening, or at least at the beginning of the IMAX screening. They showed the trailer. There was not a single chuckle or a laugh in the theater. There were 2 coughs and then a couple of kids asking questions, like, I don't remember what they were asking, but I do know there was just some kids questioning their moms, like, what's going on, and nobody was laughing in the theater. Nobody. And that right there spells a problem. Like, I know there's going to be some people here in my hometown that are going to see it out of morbid curiosity, but as someone who's already seen the trailers, who's seen the trailers, knows the backstories, sorry, knows everything that has happened during the production of this film and all the potential that they had for Ghostbusters 3. I do not want to pay Sony Pictures to see a movie that already is probably going to get negative reviews, it's going to be treated as shit, but then there's going to be somebody trying to half-ass a positive review saying, oh, it was good, it appealed to all of us. I'm not standing for it. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to pay my ticket to see it. Instead, I will be using the money for my ticket to go to a charity or to support my local fellow artist. Because there are much better things to do than to see a remake that is completely pointless, only to just go on the computer and say it sucked. And I'm pretty sure the media is going to come on to me saying this man or this woman child doesn't want to see the movie. She is a basic clone of the man child that complained about it. And the celebrities that made all these awful tweets regarding James Rolfe's thoughts on it and his opinions on it, you guys are adults. Seriously. Y'all are adults. Just because one man, the first YouTube celebrity, mind you, the very first YouTube celebrity, decided to have an opinion that was much, much different than everyone else's, and y'all just decide to rag on him like nothing. Y'all are adults. Everybody has opinions. Just because no one wants to see the movie because of your opinion, or if somebody decides to rip into the movie does not mean that, oh, they're sexist, they're misogynist, they're man-child, they're woman-child. This has to stop. Otherwise, all you social justice warriors out there, y'all are repeating the exact same bullshit y'all pulled with Steven Universe. Don't think that hasn't gone away. That poor artist is probably still traumatized. I mean, yeah, she may have moved on, but that stain is still there on the internet. for everyone to see. It has not gone away, and neither will this. This is Dahlia1784, signing out.